morning everyone, and welcome back to Budget Cooking with JJ. Today we are going to be doing a recipe that is not vegan, it's not even vegetarian, and it's definitely not gluten-free, but it is budget. So today I've got my brand new pot from Kmart. I've got some onions, some celery, some chicken stock cubes, potatoes, cauliflower, capsicum, carrot, and soup mix. Add to that, I have a store-bought pork hock, I think it is. Not quick enough to get a ham bone, they're very hard to get, but it's the next best thing. So it's pretty simple. I'm just going to chop all of this up, and I'm going to throw it into my new pot and then bubble the heck out of it for the next, I don't know, couple of hours. Cool it down and eat it, or pack it into freezer containers. It freezes very well. I'll be doing all my chopping today with my trusty old knife that I've had for 50 years now. Used to be my mum's, and she's been dead for 50 years this year. So it's a really good knife for chopping up vegetables, really excellent, but not meat. So you need to use a sharper one if ever you're preparing meat. Let's get started on our pea and ham soup with a difference. So first I've chopped up my onions very coarsely. It's going to bubble away, so that doesn't matter. The potatoes, I use skin on always when I can, unless they're getting a bit old, then I'll peel them. They don't often get old in this house, usually once a week. I chop everything up and make a new meal, be it a pasta or a stew or a soup or something that can be used to hide all those veggies. Nicely coarsely diced. This is chunky pea and ham soup, and it's not technically pea and ham soup because I'm using a soup mix instead of peas, split peas. It does have split peas in it, but it cooks a lot faster, and I don't have to soak it overnight, and it gives a lot more in there. None of these dried things are suitable for celiacs because they have gluten in them. I don't know why, but they do put it in for some reason. Stick gluten in a lot of things. You can buy these items from gluten-free shops. However, they're about 10 times the price. No, sorry. About 30 times the price, actually. So I did it once. It really wasn't worth it because Hannah's not a huge fan of soups, so I didn't worry too much about that. I think that's enough spuds. Okay, we're going to go in with some capsicum for colour. Yellow is the same price as red at the moment, so I love yellow capsicum. It's great to eat just raw. So we'll chop that up. Will bubble away, so don't worry that it's not chopped finely. You can if you want to be a purist, but I don't want to be, so I'm just going to chop that all up. It'll bubble away. Celery. Oh, first let's do some carrots. Hopefully I've got all this in the frame. My darling son has told me that if this is going to be my hobby, I need to learn to video myself and also to edit myself. So apologies for the poor video and possibly the poor editing coming up if I ever get it edited. Always cut carrots diagonally. They cook faster with the skin on again. Firm believer in eating skin. I cook pumpkin with the skin on. Everything is with the skin on. Cauliflower, I love cauliflower. It's $1.95 for a half. You can get a few meals out of that, but I've got this big new pot, so I'm going to make a big pea and ham soup, and it will be quite economical by the time we work out how much per serve it is. It's So we'll use probably this $1.95. The ham bone was, I think, $8. I'll work it out later anyway and let you know. I'll put it in the comments or something. Chop that all up roughly. It's going to be bubbling, so it will bubble down to small pieces. You don't want it to turn into mush as such. So, oh, and there's a go. See what happens when you try to hurry? Let's chuck all that in. My favourite part of pea and ham soup is celery. I do love celery. And I'll put probably half that bunch in, and I'll use the rest of it to make a stir fry that I've got on the cards for you. Again, we're going to chop that. You should really wash it, but I'm not going to because it's pretty clean. Lots a bit of dirt between friends anyway. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you've got any ideas for some budget recipes for me, please send them. I've had one lady send one through, and I'm actually getting the ingredients for it as we speak, and that will probably be my next. I'm not going to put a name on it till after you've given me your opinion of it. I will tell you it's from someone who had a large family and grew up in the days like myself of very high interest rates. I know people don't like to think that boomers did it tough, but well, I can tell you it's a bit tough going. There's some years then. You can throw these leaves in too, so I usually do. That's looking good. It's looking good. Let's see if I can do this. Not sure what I'm looking at. My watch keeps fading out. The best part of our meal is the old ham bone, pork hock, call it whatever you like. All that meat will fall off there. My soup is a very chunky soup, so hello there. So I like it like that. I let the meat fall off. I don't chop it up. What you get is what you get. It gets a lot of flavour through it from the bone. So hopefully you'll enjoy what we're doing. There's our meat hock going in, and this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to throw in, whoa, that much. Was not meant to be that much, but it is. And then I'm going to throw in probably, this is a new big pot, so I have to get used to the measurements. It's got quite a bit of flavour in there, so I might just do, I'll do 3 stock cubes, 4, let's make it 4. I'm using chicken. I don't normally use chicken stock cubes, but I couldn't find the vegetable ones until after I put the chicken ones into my grocery trolley yesterday, so I ended up with both. So I'm going to throw that in, then I'm going to cover it in water and pop it on the stove, clean up, walk away from it, and come back to a nice hearty meal. A few more of those celery leaves in there. If you wanted to be really technical and really budget conscious, you could chop up this cauliflower tough section, chop it up finely and throw it in, but I'm not today. So more leaves can go in, and even more leaves can go in. I'll be able to share the love with my friends. They love pea and ham soup, so there's plenty there to go around. So there you have it. There's my pea and ham soup with a difference on to cook. I've covered it in water. However, you can adjust the amount of water once you see how much that soup mix is swelling up. So I've left quite a bit of room there for expansion. You can also add in some spinach. I put spinach in everything. This is quite high in all required nutrients. If you want to do a vegan soup, it's quite easy to adjust this, leave out that, and put in, I'm not sure, maybe some chickpeas or some lentils. I'd use the dried variety, or even just without anything. You could, any meat at all, any meat substitute, even just the soup. Now, make sure your pot, I only read this morning, make sure the element is smaller than the pot. You don't want the handles heating up. And so I'll be back soon. Those of you who don't know, I have rheumatoid arthritis. I have to inject myself twice monthly with this stuff. If I can figure out how to turn this around, I won't. Your mirror. And that keeps me functioning in the kitchen and at work when I used to work, and around the house. Mostly keeps me functioning. It's very good. Keeps the swelling down. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease which lowers your immunity. It does all sorts of other stuff. Attacks any weak areas in your body. You have to learn to live with it. There's nothing else that can be done apart from these injections and medication as well. So anyway, I'll see you back soon with my completed pea and ham soup with a difference. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so our soup is done. It's lovely and thick. All of the meat has fallen right off the bones. I'll chunk that up a little bit before I pop it into containers. Probably could add a little bit more water, but I like it nice and chunky and thick. There's our bone, clean as a whistle. Someone, doggo would love that. Okay, so I'm just going to cool that in the pot. Let it sit until the pot's all nice and cold. And then I'm going to bag it up and we'll work out how much per serve. Oh, it smells divine. Absolutely divine. You can make this with any vegetable you want to throw in there. These are my favourites, though. I probably could have put a little bit more carrot in there, but I didn't. The best way to make this is with an actual ham bone, which are very difficult to get. People snap them up straight away from the deli. They go very quickly, but these aren't too bad for second best. So I'll be back a little later when I'm going to package that up into some containers and pass them on to friends who love pea soup. And some for dinner tonight, and then the rest in the freezer. Back soon. Bye-bye. Back again to our completed pea and ham soup for dinner. It has made 12 servings. We could have made it more. If you've ever heard the old saying, throw another cup of water in the soup or the stew, you can do that. I like mine nice and chunky, and I'm just trying to video this properly, so just bear with me. The bowl's for me for dinner tonight. Oh, I've got some nice fresh bread there. Goes really well with crusty French bread, but I don't have that. I've just got Woolies. So I hope you've enjoyed our video today. I'll work out the costings for that. 12 serves. They're quite large serves too. That's 650ml containers. So more than enough for one person. Depending on your appetite, Josh would knock off 2 of those. Most people may get through one, some may only get through half. But anyway you look at it, it's a very, very filling comfort food, very economical, full of protein and all the veggies you can imagine. So I hope you've enjoyed our video today. Now I've just got to get it up online. Catch you later. Bye.